Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something you need to say to yourself every single day. Not when it's convenient, not when things are smooth, but especially when the pressure's on, when the world is loud, when your back's against the wall. That's when it counts. Because you got to remind yourself, I am enough. I'm not here to impress, to fake, to fit in. I'm not here to meet the standards the world sets for me. I've got a light that was put inside me before anybody else had an opinion. That's enough. And yeah, maybe you've been through it. Maybe you've made some choices you regret. But you better hear me right now. Your past is a lesson, not a sentence. You're not stuck there unless you park there. Move forward. You're still breathing, then you're still building. You got to own it. I am responsible for my life, not my parents, not my boss, not the system, you. You're the author. You're holding the pen, even if the chapter's messy right now. Growth. It's not cute. It's not easy. It doesn't happen in your comfort zone. You want transformation? Then you better get comfortable being uncomfortable, because I choose growth over comfort every single time. And you know what else? Trust. Trust that things are unfolding the way they need to. I trust the timing of my life. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Faith and patience, they walk together. You look in the mirror and say it like you mean it. I have everything I need within me. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. What you need is already there. Now act like it. You'll fall. You'll fail. Good. Let it teach you. Let it shape you. Let it humble you. Because failure is not the end. It's the step before the breakthrough. That's how you sharpen your edge. That's how you find out what you're really made of. And hear this, because too many people forget it. I deserve success. I deserve peace. I deserve to love and be loved. Stop talking yourself out of joy like it's reserved for somebody else. No, it's yours. Claim it. Every day, every moment, fear is going to try and whisper in your ear. Tell you you're not ready, not worthy, not strong enough. But your purpose, your calling, it's bigger than all that noise. My purpose is bigger than my fear. And above all, never forget the one thing that shifts your whole world. Gratitude changes everything. Gratitude turns not enough into abundance. It turns stress into strength, bitterness into peace. Say thank you for what you have, for what you've been through, and for what's coming next. So say it loud. Say it proud. Say it like your life depends on it. Because one day it just might. I am enough. 3 simple words, yet they carry the weight of everything we've ever hoped to believe about ourselves. It's a statement not of arrogance, but of truth. It's not about pretending to have it all together or claiming to be perfect. It's about recognizing that who I am, right here, right now, is worthy of love, respect, and purpose. I don't need to earn my value. I don't have to chase approval like a finish line that keeps moving further away. I am already enough. The world tries to convince me otherwise. It flashes images of perfection, of success dressed in expensive clothes and filtered smiles. It tells me I'm too much or not enough, depending on the day. But when I strip all that noise away, what's left is me, and that is enough. My scars don't disqualify me. My past doesn't cancel me. My flaws are not failures. They are proof I've lived, learned, and endured. Every mistake, every setback, every detour has shaped me into someone stronger, someone more real. Being enough means showing up. It means standing tall even when I feel small. It means giving myself permission to try, to fail, and to grow without tearing myself down. It's the courage to breathe deeply when anxiety creeps in, to speak my truth even when my voice shakes. It's knowing that I don't have to be more like them. I just have to be more like me. And on the days I forget, on the days when doubt tries to take over, I will remind myself again, I am enough. Not because I've achieved everything, but because I'm here, I'm trying, and I'm still becoming. And that is more than enough. My past does not define me. It's a part of my story, but it is not the whole story. The things I've done, the mistakes I've made, the pain I've carried, they shape me, but they do not get to write the ending. Too often, we drag our history behind us like a heavy chain, letting shame and regret speak louder than hope. But the truth is, the past is a lesson, not a life sentence. It's a teacher, not a label. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become in spite of it. There are chapters I might not read out loud, memories I wish I could rewrite. But those moments, as hard as they were, don't get to trap me in place. Growth means I can outgrow who I used to be. Healing means I don't have to carry every wound like it's a badge. My identity is not frozen in time. I evolve, I rise, I move forward. I am allowed to change. I am allowed to walk away from old versions of myself that no longer serve me. Just because I stumbled doesn't mean I'm broken. Just because I fell doesn't mean I'm finished. The power to begin again, to make new choices, to become someone stronger, that power is mine. When others try to define me by my lowest moments, I stay rooted in this truth. My past may explain me, but it does not define me. I define me. I get to decide who I am today and who I'm becoming tomorrow. I'm not bound by old labels, old fears, or old stories. I'm free to write new ones. The past is behind me for a reason. My future deserves my full attention. I am responsible for my life. That means no more pointing fingers, no more waiting for someone else to fix it, no more blaming the world for what I haven't done. The truth is, no one is coming to save me. This is my story, my path, and my choices will shape the outcome. It's not about guilt or shame. It's about ownership, owning my actions, my reactions, my habits, my energy. That's where my power lies. It's easy to hand over control. To say it's because of my past, my parents, my circumstances, the system. And sure, those things leave a mark. They affect the starting line. But they don't have the right to dictate where I go from here. I can't change everything that's happened to me, but I can decide how I respond to it. Every day I wake up, I have decisions to make about how I show up, how I treat others, how I talk to myself, and what I'm willing to fight for. Responsibility doesn't mean perfection. It means refusing to live life on autopilot. It means being honest with myself about the excuses I make and the patterns I repeat. It means understanding that nothing changes if I don't. I can't keep waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right opportunity. I create those things by taking action, by doing the hard work, even when motivation is nowhere in sight. This is my life. If I want peace, I have to protect it. If I want growth, I have to pursue it. If I want change, I have to lead it. It's not anyone else's job to build my confidence, chase my goals, or fix my mindset. That job belongs to me. I may not control everything, but I control enough to transform everything. I choose growth over comfort. That means I stop settling for easy just because it's familiar. Growth is not always glamorous. It doesn't feel good every day. It often means stretching past fear, facing failure, and walking through discomfort with courage instead of retreat. But I know that nothing great ever came from staying where it's safe. The life I want, the person I aim to become, is waiting on the other side of everything I'm tempted to avoid. Comfort might feel good now, but it keeps me small. It whispers lies like, "You're fine here. Don't risk it," or "Stay where it's safe." But deep down, I know that comfort zones are quiet prisons. They look soft, but they steal time. They keep potential locked away. They kill ambition slowly, with routine and fear disguised as logic. Growth asks more from me. It demands that I show up even when I'm uncertain, that I learn from failure instead of hiding from it, that I speak when my voice shakes, and act when there are no guarantees. Choosing growth means I stop fearing discomfort and start respecting it. It's a sign that I'm stepping into something new, something bigger than what I've known. It means I say yes to the challenge, the change, the unknown, because I know that's where the next level of me is built. And no, it's not always fun. It's not always quick, but it is always worth it. This choice is not just once in a while, it's daily. It's in the small moments. The hard conversations, the early mornings, the late nights of discipline, the times I fail and decide to try again. I choose growth because I refuse to live a life that looks good but feels empty. I'd rather struggle forward than stay stuck in comfort, pretending I'm okay. I trust the timing of my life. That doesn't mean I have all the answers or that everything makes sense in the moment. It means I choose faith over frustration. It means I stop measuring my progress against someone else's path and start believing that what's meant for me will not miss me. Life unfolds in its own rhythm. Sometimes it moves fast, sometimes it stalls, and sometimes it throws curveballs I never saw coming. But every season has its purpose, even when I can't see it yet. There have been times I felt behind, like I was racing a clock that everyone else seemed to be beating. But when I look back, I realized that the delays were detours that taught me something. The closed doors protected me. The long waits built strength. The moments I thought were failures were actually foundations. Trusting the timing of my life means I believe there's a bigger picture. One I can't always see from where I'm standing. It's not passive. It's not about doing nothing and hoping things work out. It's about showing up fully while letting go of the pressure to control everything. It's knowing I'm planting seeds even when I don't see them growing yet. Patience doesn't mean standing still. It means staying grounded even when the results take time. This mindset gives me peace. It silences comparison. It quiets panic. I stop asking, "Why not now?" and start trusting that not yet might be part of the plan. My life is not late. I am not off track. Every delay, every detour, every slow chapter is shaping me for the right moment. And when that moment comes, I'll be ready, not because I rushed, but because I trusted. I have everything I need within me. It's easy to forget that when the world is loud with opinions, comparisons, and expectations, it's easy to look outside ourselves for validation, thinking we need more approval, more resources, more time, more talent. But the truth is, everything I need to begin, to rise, to overcome, is already inside. It's not something I have to borrow. It's not something I have to chase. It's something I have to recognize and believe in. Strength. I've carried it through every hard day I thought I wouldn't survive. Wisdom. It's in the lessons I've lived, in the mistakes I've made and learned from. Courage. It shows up every time I act while afraid, every time I try again after falling. These things aren't outside me. They are mine. They are real. They are enough. This doesn't mean I know everything. It doesn't mean I won't grow or ask for help. It means that the core of what I need, the fire, the resilience, the drive is already part of who I am. I don't have to wait to be ready. I don't have to be perfect to start. I just have to trust myself enough to move. I've already overcome things that once felt impossible. I've already adapted to change I never expected. So why would I doubt myself now? I might not see the whole path ahead, but I've got the tools to take the next step. And that's all I need. The world may try to convince me that I'm lacking, that I need fixing, that I'm not equipped, but I know better. I am not missing anything. I am already whole. I may still be growing, still learning, but the foundation is solid. Everything I need to become who I'm meant to be is already within me. Failure is part of the process. It's not the end. It's not a sign that I'm not good enough. It's not proof that I should give up. Failure is a step. It's a teacher. It's part of the path that every strong, successful, resilient person has walked through. We live in a world that glorifies winning and hides the struggle, but the truth is, no one becomes great without failing first. It's where the real lessons live, not in the moments when everything goes right, but in the moments when everything falls apart and I have to decide whether or not I'll rise again. When I fail, it doesn't mean I'm weak. It means I'm trying. It means I'm doing something that stretches me. Growth doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from pushing myself, taking risks, and stumbling. Every failure strips away pride, breaks down ego, and reveals character. It shows me where I still need to grow. It makes me sharper, tougher, more focused. Most of the time, failure doesn't mean starting from scratch. It means starting from experience. Every time I fall, I gain something. A new perspective, a deeper understanding, a reminder that I'm human. The worst thing I can do is let failure define me. It doesn't. What defines me is what I do next. So I don't run from failure. I don't fear it. I face it. I study it. I let it shape me, but I never let it stop me. I've failed before and I survived. I'll fail again and keep going, because failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every setback is preparing me for the comeback. Every misstep is carving the road forward. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be willing to keep moving through the process. I deserve success, love, and peace. I don't have to earn them by being perfect. And I don't have to wait until I've proven myself to the world. These aren't rewards for never failing. They are basic truths I have to learn to accept. Somewhere along the way, many of us started believing we weren't good enough, that we had to hustle endlessly to feel worthy. That rest and happiness were things we had to justify. But I know now, I don't have to be anyone else or meet some invisible standard to be deserving. I already am. Success doesn't mean I never struggled. It means I kept going. It means I dared to believe in myself when no one else did. It means I built something out of effort, passion, and perseverance. I deserve that. I deserve to see the results of what I've fought for. Not because I'm better than anyone else, but because I've shown up and I've stayed committed to growth. Love isn't something I have to beg for or perform for. I don't have to shrink myself to be accepted. The right people will see me, value me, and choose me for who I truly am, not just the polished parts, but all of me. I am worthy of real love, not conditional approval, and peace. That is my birthright. I don't have to stay in chaos to feel productive. I don't have to carry the weight, everything to feel needed. I can choose peace, stillness, and clarity without guilt. I can set boundaries, protect my energy, and walk away from what drains me. I don't need to apologize for wanting these things. I don't need to explain why I'm worthy. I am enough as I am, and that means I deserve success, love, and peace in this life. My purpose is bigger than my fears. It's easy to let fear dictate my decisions, to shrink back when I'm uncertain or uncomfortable. Fear has a way of showing up at the most inconvenient times, whispering doubts, highlighting risks, and trying to convince me that staying small is safer. But deep down, I know my purpose is calling me to something greater, something beyond the safety of my comfort zone. When I focus on what I'm meant to do, what I'm here to create, fear starts to lose its grip. Fear is not an enemy, but a signal, a reminder that I'm stepping into something that matters. It means I'm pushing against boundaries, that I'm growing, that I'm striving for something that's worth the fight. And every time I choose to move forward, despite my fears, I get closer to the person I was meant to be. My purpose isn't about avoiding fear. It's about confronting it with courage and determination. I may not have all the answers, and I may not feel fully ready, but I trust that my purpose is more powerful than the limiting beliefs that fear tries to impose. My mission in life is greater than my insecurities. What I'm meant to accomplish is bigger than the doubts that try to paralyze me. So when fear tries to hold me back, I remind myself that the cost of not pursuing my purpose is far greater than the discomfort of facing my fears. The world needs what I have to offer. I am not here to play small, to settle, or to hide from what scares me. I am here to rise above it, to show up as my full self, and to live a life that honors the purpose that runs deeper than any fear. Gratitude changes everything. It's easy to focus on what's missing, what's wrong, what's not yet achieved. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to chase more, to do more, to be more. But when I shift my perspective to one of gratitude, everything begins to change. Suddenly, I stop measuring my life by what I lack and start appreciating what I already have. Gratitude forces me to see the abundance, the beauty, and the opportunities in my life, things that often go unnoticed when I'm too busy searching for what's next. When I practice gratitude, I change my mindset. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, I become aware of how much I've already overcome. I recognize the lessons in the struggles and the strength I've gained. I realize that every moment, every experience, every person in my life has contributed to making me who I am. Gratitude opens my eyes to the richness of the present, rather than allowing me to stay focused on a distant future that always seems out of reach. Gratitude transforms the way I interact with others. When I approach relationships with a heart full of thanks, I stop taking people for granted. I appreciate their presence, their support, and their love in ways that deepen connection. Gratitude shifts me from entitlement to humility. It reminds me that I don't deserve anything. I am blessed with everything I have. Even on difficult days, gratitude has the power to shift my energy. When challenges arise, I can choose to focus on the things I'm grateful for instead of dwelling on what's going wrong. It changes my perspective, makes me stronger, and fills me with a sense of peace. Gratitude doesn't just change my outlook, it transforms my entire life. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the mindset I choose to embrace. I am enough, not because I am perfect, but because I am real and worthy, just as I am. My past does not define me, it has shaped me, but it doesn't control my future. I am responsible for my life, for every choice, every step I take, and the direction I move toward. Growth will always be my choice over comfort. Because I know it's through challenges that I evolve, I trust the timing of my life, understanding that everything unfolds as it should, even when I can't see the bigger picture. I have everything I need within me to overcome, to create, and to build the life I deserve. Failure is just a part of the process, and with every misstep, I learn, I adapt, and I become stronger. I deserve success, love, and peace because they are my birthright, and I will no longer apologize for wanting them. My purpose is bigger than my fears. Those fears will come, but they will never stop me from answering my calling. And above all, gratitude will be my guiding force, shifting my focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, transforming every moment into an opportunity for growth, joy, and peace. I am here to live fully, to embrace the challenges, and to move forward with purpose, because I am worthy of all that is coming my way.